All right, American Hammers is back with another episode today. This is the second one we've done. If you have not checked out the Paul Colborne interview that we did earlier, please do so. It was absolutely fantastic. I didn't know what to expect, but it was fantastic. And John Phillips was my co-host for that one from JPWHU TV. I also want to mention our sponsor real quick, Strava Craft Coffee. I spilled a whole glass of it about 15 minutes ago, and this room smells delicious. But no, this stuff's really, really good, man. I would have taken a straw to the floor if I had one. This is so good stuff. So there's a link in the description below. They're based out of Denver, Colorado. This stuff is organically infused with hemp oil, not the funny magical marijuana stuff. So you don't get high off of it. This is it just counterbalances the caffeine, so you can have a cup like I am at 9 o'clock at night and still have no problem going to sleep. All right. That said, Lee's my co-host again, which is awesome. So glad to have him back. And
I know, Tim, you've done most everything yourself or with somebody else lately, because I've had like work stuff, family stuff.
Life.
I got to get my priorities straight. That's the problem.
It's all good, but love the hat, man. That's cool. I haven't seen that one before.
Yeah, this is kind of a new one. Yeah. Well,
right.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Looking good, man. Looking good. Our special guest tonight out of Colorado, Jeremiah Carson, man. What's going on, buddy?
What's going on, guys? How you doing?
Awesome, man. Glad to have you. Real quick, just want to say, you were in the military, right?
I am. Yeah, still am.
You still are?
Still am. Yeah.
Well, thank you for your service, my man.
Absolutely.
I just want to say that. Yeah.
Which branch are you in? Which branch are you in, Jeremiah? Are you there? Is he there? Did you hear me? I don't know. Which branch are you in?
Man, I'm having trouble hearing you, Lee.
Oh, really? Okay.
I can hear him. All right. So he asked what branch you in?
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, so I was Air Force, active duty, and now I'm part of the Air National Guard. So just the kind of smaller part-time component off of active duty. Yeah.
Nice.
All right, on, man. Cool.
Good for you. Good for you.
So how did the Northern Colorado Irons start? Because that's basically where this all comes, how we found you, I guess, or you found us. It was basically through Twitter. You have an account called Northern Colorado Irons. What was that all about?
Yeah, I started the account back in 2012 when I started following West Ham, and it just kind of grew from there. I didn't really know a lot about it. I found West Ham when I was actually stationed overseas, and was able to go to 2 games, 2 matches, and I fell in love with it. And you hear people talk about it all the time about you never really know what it's like until you actually go to the match. And I went, and the first time I was actually kind of terrified. I didn't really know what to expect coming from different games over here in the States. We don't really follow sports, I don't think, quite like people do when they're watching the Premier League and everything like that. But yeah, just kind of fell in love with it, watching it, and so I was like, I'm gonna make a Twitter account because it seemed like the best way at the time to really follow West Ham, follow the Irons, and it kind of blew up from there. And like we mentioned before, and I think you guys had him on the show, or you've at least talked about him with Scott Davis. He kind of came along, kind of helped out, and we kind of just went from there. We both kind of ran it. We tried to get a couple different pubs in the local area to buy in, but we could never really seem to get enough people, enough folks to really want to do it. So after a couple of years, we decided we're just going to merge just a little bit further south with the Mile High Hammers down in Denver, and we've kind of merged. I say merged, but really we just joined them, and we're just working with them now.
So, well, what quick thing, man. You were saying that the numbers weren't good enough, I guess, but at the same time, like, what were the numbers at this peak? I mean, did you notice, or not even like the core members, but did you notice that there was somebody at least all the time, even if they were just visiting, or do you see many West Ham shirts in the area?
Yeah, there's a couple. I would say maybe, I mean, anytime we try to do anything, maybe there would be 3 or 4 people show up. Every once in a while, when I go around walking, rocking out a kit, somebody usually notices it. I'll definitely say going to Denver, it stands out a lot more. Denver's definitely more of a soccer or football kind of city, and they got all kinds of different fans down there. All the normal from Man United to the cities to Liverpool's to they even have a pretty big Newcastle supporting club as well. But yeah, usually when I head down towards the bigger city in Denver, yeah, it kind of pops out pretty well.
Nice. So where are you? Where are you in Boulder or I don't where I'm not sure where northern Colorado, like which city you're in.
Not gonna lie to you guys, I'm trying to get Lee to work here. I can't. I can't get him to come through.
You know what? He's
Oh no!
not hearing me anyway.
Oh no!
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Oh man! Basically, he was asking where are you? Where are you in Colorado? Like what's the nearest city? I guess.
Yes, I live right outside of Fort Collins, Colorado. I don't know if you guys
Gotcha.
are familiar with that or not,
Yeah.
but yeah, Colorado State's it's a pretty big university there, and yeah, it's just right at the foothill of the Rockies. So lots of hiking, lots of outdoors, everything fun like that. Yeah, I gotta figure this thing out with Lee here.
Yeah, it's just yeah. The first episode he's done in a while too, and it'd be a shame if
I don't know.
I mean,
No,
I guess I could translate, but
You can hear me right though. You can hear me, Tim, right?
I can hear you loud and clear. Like
Talking.
yeah.
Yeah, since
Yeah,
the
it's
beginning.
weird.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know.
You can't hear him at all.
No, I can't hear him at all. It's kind of funny, but
Whatever you're doing, my wife needs that. That would be. She would love something like that if she couldn't hear me at all.
what is going on?
Have you tried turning it off and on again? Oh man.
Turn it on, turn it off, blow on it a couple times, get it to work. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. You can
Keep going.
continue to try, but I guess I'll just repeat what he says.
Yeah.
I guess I could sign even if I have to. Oh shit! I gotta turn this down. Yeah, Fort Collins, Colorado. I do know where that is. I was in actually the time that I broke my nose, I was in a band, a hardcore band with a kid from Fort Collins, Colorado,
Really?
up here in Massachusetts. Yeah, he introduced me to a thing called Steel Reserve, and I had like maybe a couple too many, and was screaming in the hardcore band, and tripped over the speaker wire, and the PA fell flat on my face. And that was my first and only ambulance ride. Yeah, that's a
Yeah, man.
fun
Steel
fact for all
Reserve,
you
that's
kiddos out there.
Well, Steel Reserve some good stuff, man. Put some hair on your chest, as they say. Yeah.
Oh yeah. You can at least start talking. See if he can hear you now. I don't know.
Yeah. So.
Man, I don't know what the heck's going on here. I'm trying every different
Well,
type of
I
thing.
can actually hear you louder now. That's bizarre.
That is weird.
I can too. Yeah,
What if I turn on this? Hold on here. All right. Try it now, Lee.
How's it going now?
No, it don't work.
Sorry about that.
Shit.
Well, no. Okay. So Tim. So
No.
So these guys are doing. So these guys are watching with Denver now. So does he not watch like at a pub in Fort Collins anymore?
Yeah. So basically, he was asking if you're watching with the guys down in Denver now, in Gal actually.
Yeah.
Do you not watch in Denver? I'm sorry. Do you not watch in Fort Collins anymore?
Yeah, I don't as much. I mean, I guess I would say I do. I watch a lot from my couch with my kids. I got three little ones that kind of keep me pretty busy. But yeah, they got a pretty cool setup down there in Denver. They got the down at Celtic Market, and yeah, Gina, she's kind of running on a pretty cool show down there. I'll say that. We got a bubble machine. She wanted me to let you guys know that.
Nice. That's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Hey Tim, why don't you go on for a minute? I'm gonna sign out and come back in.
We gotta have it
Okay.
back on.
I'm gonna sign out.
I'm trying to get this thing to work here. I just don't get it.
You guys
I don't
keep
know what's
going.
going on with it.
I'm gonna sign out and come back in. I'll come back in.
Yeah. Sure. All right. Yeah. Yeah. He's saying
Okay.
that he's gonna try to sign out and sign back in again and see if it's on his end. That's all. Yeah, no, they were fantastic. We had Charlie and Gina on, and they were fantastic, man. And we actually got a tour of Gina's house, where in her house, her walls are painted claret blue, which is kind of cool. It's like she's diehard, man. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, she is pretty diehard. They got a thing going on for the last weekend here, and she's got a bunch of cupcakes coming in, like red velvet cupcakes and all kinds of different things. It's madness.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ. That's nuts. Wow. Yeah, no, they do it. And so, I mean, it sounds like, you know, that's a good gig, you know. I mean, how far is
Yeah,
it?
no, it's good. It's good. They're good people around here. They definitely love their sports, and they're definitely getting around to football, which is fun too.
All right, you getting me yet?
Yeah.
I don't think he is. Oh,
No.
I don't either.
I guess that's enough. No, he basically was just asking something. So what were we saying? Oh, so how far is Fort Collins from Denver?
Yeah, man, it's about 45 minutes on a good day. It's not too far.
Yeah, that's the same
So
thing.
yeah, definitely.
That's the same thing with us to Boston.
Yeah, getting time to actually go down is one thing. I think here next year, when my kids get a little bit older, I might actually bring one of them with me every once in a while, and it'll make things a little bit easier. He likes it. He runs around. I should say all three of them actually run around singing bubbles, and they know the crossed irons and all that. So I'm trying to teach them well.
How old are they?
How old are they?
Yeah, we got 7, 3, and 1.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Good.
Wow,
Yeah,
That's
that's
it's a good. Yeah, Lee, how old are yours again?
mine are 8 and 5. My boys are 8 and 5.
Lee, how old are yours?
Hey,
Yeah,
you know what?
Lee's are 8 and 5.
So I said,
He's got two
I
boys.
know Jeremiah can't hear me right now, but I was just
Good times. It's always something going on.
absolutely. I told my 8-year-old on Saturday that West Ham won, and he said, "Are they going to stay up?" I said, "Yeah, they're going to stay up. They're in the middle of the table. They're going to stay up." And he said, "How can they stay up if they never win?" I said, "Well, they don't never win. Sometimes they win."
So Lee was saying,
You know, he's so used to me saying like, "Oh, West Ham lost."
Lee-
West Ham lost."
Lee was saying that
Anyway,
Lee was saying that his kid asked him, "So is West Ham staying up?" I mean, this is after the match on the Southampton match, and he's like, "Yeah, of course they're staying up." Well, I guess it's because they don't win that much. They don't win enough, or something like that. Yeah, my kids are 10 and 4, and I'm dying to get my son over for a match over there. I regret not bringing him because I went by myself last year and watched a couple matches, and it was just fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic experience. Now, have you gone to the Olympic Stadium, or were you?
No, I've always been to the
Berlin?
Berlin. So both games were actually in 2013. First match was, I think it was QPR. We played QPR. We drew that game. I remember it because Joe Cole scored kind of, not a late one, but kind of towards the end of the game. He put one in to actually tie it up. And then the other one I watched was Reading. So that was a good one. That was actually the last game of the season. And that was Kevin Nolan. He put in a hat trick. So yeah, it was definitely some fun matches to be had for sure.
that's cool. Why West Ham when you were over there?
Yeah. So Lee's asking why West Ham when you were over there. Like, what made you decide to?
So
go check
funny
out their
enough, over here, a lot of our sports are all kind of I don't know, franchises or dynasties, whatever you want to call them. There's no relegation essentially. It's kind of, if you lose, you just get last place and you get the first pick in next year's draft type of deal. And so what I kind of liked about what first turned me on about the Premier League was the fact that there was relegation. And funny enough, the first year actually followed or tried to follow West Ham was when they were actually relegated to the Championship in 2012. And so trying to watch those, they were, streaming on illegal streams and everything else, just trying to actually watch them. That really kind of turned me on to them. And then just lucky enough that, they were able to get into the playoff and make it all the way up. But yeah, I think really the first thing that kind of put me on was just the fact that there was the relegation system, that you could work your way up or work your way down, just depending on what happened. And then really with West Ham, I blogged about it before. It's just the kind of blue collarness of it, like where it is, the city itself, the kind of the background itself of, Thames Ironworks and all that just really kind of drew me. I'm a big history buff. So kind of all that just really drew me into it. And yeah, I've been kind of crazy and nuts ever since. My kids ask me the same thing. They're like, "Man, Dad, your team's they're always losing or they're not doing that good." And yeah, it's fun for sure. But it's got its ups and downs. I would hate being like a City fan or somebody like that's always winning. I mean, I guess it would be nice. You could always brag about it, but there's nothing like being a West Ham fan.
You can't beat it for suspense. There's no doubt about that. Yeah.
Yeah, he says you can't beat it for suspense. There's no doubt about
No,
that.
no, it might age
Yeah.
you a couple of years, but yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'm.
Yeah, we
I'm actually 22 years old. So, no, not really.
yeah, Lee says he's 22
Yeah,
years old.
Totally, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. We're all full of shit, aren't we? Yeah, man, it's funny because Lee and I guess not just Lee and I mean, everybody we've had on, it's all similar stories. And whether it doesn't matter if you were born into it or forced into it, or you just watch Green Street Hammers that was for the first time and that's what get you into it, or it's just that's the team that you were winning with on FIFA and you decide, oh, I like those colors, I like the uniform. I mean, even Paul Colborne today was saying that we asked him why he got
They're cutting out a lot.
West Ham today was in West Ham for over 40 years. The colors. This is
Well, no.
are you watching me on YouTube?
I lost you.
Wait.
I can't. I couldn't hear you for a long time. So anyway,
Oh,
you're better now.
okay.
Yeah, you're
Let's
okay
slow
now.
it down a
Yeah.
bit. All right, let's try this out. Okay. No, I guess my picture was going in and out for everybody. That's what they're saying in the chat room. So let's just briefly. Thank you, Steven. Thank you, Gabe. As always, man. Jason, your buddy Ken Lee is in here in the chat room. They're all saying hello. Yeah, and Jason. Yeah, it's good stuff today. So thank you guys for watching. I did let them know that Jeremiah can't hear Lee, but yet they can hear Lee. So I told them just bear with me as I translate. Like, oh, it'd be better if we couldn't hear Lee either, because I didn't want to hear things be said twice.
How unfortunate.
Not that they want to hear you, Lee.
No, how unfortunate for them. I know. Jeremiah's the lucky one in this scenario. Everybody else is gonna have to, everybody else is out of luck. So, sorry about that.
Jeremiah's the lucky one. That's what he said. Oh God. So no, listen. That first season, the first season back up, and that's pretty much what it was, right? Or was it the 13-14 season that you started watching? Was it the 12-13 or the 13-14?
Yeah, it was the 12-13. It was their season
the first
championship.
Year, back up.
Yeah, first year,
I first became obsessed the year before when they were in championship. I started following them that year, like when they right after relegation. That's when I first became literally obsessed with the club and learning everything I possibly could. I started following the club back in 2008, but I didn't really, dive in until they got relegated. I'm like, oh, and now I get it now, just like you're saying about the relegation, how fascinating it is that we don't get that here with any sport.
No.
And like, wow, I'm going to root my team to go back up and get in there. I want to see them, on the top tier of, FIFA and Football Manager or whatever games we play. I don't have to not have them as an option,
Right.
So that's started.
Yeah, I think too.
I think it was Paulo Di Canio was pretty much, yeah. Go ahead.
No, yeah, I think I first kind of the same like you. I heard about the club. I knew about West Ham from watching Green Street back, whenever Green Street came out. But yeah, I think that really just like you said, and kind of everybody follows the same thing. You just love the passion, and it helps having passionate fans. Whether those passionate fans are, sometimes they get a little negative, and sometimes they get a little angry, but that's all right because that just shows the amount of heart that actually goes into it. And yeah, you can't beat it.
Yeah, I think I don't know. He's not gonna be able to hear me when I say this, but I think one of the big differences between
just so you know, Lee's saying something, so I'm going to translate.
Oh,
that's why it's not.
I was
silent.
just going to say, in American sports, we have our seasons. Like, if the Bruins get knocked out of the playoffs, you just watch the Red Sox or whatever. It goes round and around like that. But with football, it's not really like that. It's pretty much just football almost all year round. And I don't think most people who support West Ham have the same level of passion for, let's say, like a rugby club out there or something. You know what I mean? Like Americans, the U.S. is like a 4-sport, maybe 5-sport rotation, whereas in England and all over the world, really just all you do is the football, and you live and die with it. That one club. I don't know. I don't think anybody's still there. Tim, you still there, buddy?
No, I'm here. Yeah, I'm.
Okay. No, I'm done. I'm done.
You were breaking up, so I was trying to summarize what you were saying in my head, so it'd be easy to just repeat that.
Anyway, keep going. Keep going. It doesn't matter. Keep going.
Basically, what you were saying was that this is different, and no, you said it's basically like over there. I mean, there's no 4-sport culture. It's you have your team, and it's do or die with that particular club. Over here, we have too many options. I guess is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Is that
Boston sports
we here in
fan,
Boston, we have the
clubs, teams. Yeah.
yeah Celtics, the Patriots, the Red Sox.
Yeah, you guys have a lot of stuff going on up there. Same thing out here, man. We got the Broncos, and
Right.
they got Broncos, Rockies, and the Nuggets are actually playing pretty good too. So, yeah, it's definitely easy to get wrapped up in something else.
All right. Keep going, Tim. Keep going.
You still there, Lee? No, me. Okay.
Yeah,
Well, no, that was that pretty much it, though.
yeah.
Lee?
Yeah, I'm done. You keep.
Okay. Okay. All right. On. Yeah. Again, I do want to apologize to everybody. I don't know what's going on. It could even be my internet causing all these issues for everybody else. I don't know. But so I've been noticed that it's getting kind of choppy, even on my end, and that since I'm the host or I'm hosting the program here, that I think that it's all coming from my end. So sorry, guys, if there's any technical issues. But basically, if you're just tuning, which a bunch of you really tuning in, John hear Lee. So if you hear dead silence, or no, you won't hear dead silence. You'll hear Lee talking.
Yeah.
I'm going to translate. I'm going to have to say what Lee says over there. So sorry about that. But thank you guys for tuning in. I see Jackson just tuned in. I guess he's from Atlanta because he's saying his teams are. He's got the choking Falcons and the choking Hawks.
That sounds about right.
So that does suck, man. Yeah. But yeah, you got West Ham. That's all that matters, man. So, all right, let's talk a little bit about Green Street Hammers, my man. So how did you get involved with that? And what is it? And explain to everybody.
Yeah, so Green Street Hammers, for you don't know, it initially started just as a website, as a blog, and Scott Johnson, the I guess kind of creator, the guru of it all, he reached out to me. He said, "Hey, are you interested in blogging?" I have no idea. I'm terrible at writing. I don't know why he asked me to do it, but yeah, got into it and loved it. Started writing about it as much as I could, and then he kind of got a couple of guys. Got Adam. Him and Adam are kind of the big main editors and site experts, and they probably write about it every day. And then myself and Jeff, we kind of do what we can when we can, and eventually, all this other stuff with podcasts and YouTube videos and everything going on. We're like, let's get one of our own. Let's get something else going on. So we started that, and we absolutely love it. I don't know. I couldn't tell you if we have 1 follower or like 15 followers, whoever watches it. But yeah, it's fun to do. It's fun to get on, and it's good too, I guess, when we have a bad match, when it's a bad week, to kind of get on and vent about it. I mean, I just vent to my wife, and she looks at me like I'm crazy. So, but it's good, man. And we're still going good. We're going strong. I know last week or just a couple of days ago, you talked to Brawley from American West Ham podcast, and kind of the same issues. It's just tough getting all of us on there together. I live here in Colorado. The closest to me is Jeff in Texas, and then Adam lives in Toronto, and then Scott, like I said, the kind of the guru of it all, lives all the way in Melbourne, Australia. So trying to get that figured out is nuts. Yeah. Anytime we got to do a pod, it's 2 or 3 in the afternoon, and it's like 6 in the morning his time. So
That's crazy. That's crazy. It's funny. One of the guys from another YouTube channel, Kiwi Hammers in New Zealand or whatever, they reached out when we first started this and asked if we could do a little show swap. and like he'd come on our show. And
Yeah.
am I chopping up? Really?
Yeah,
I'm
no,
watching the show, by the way, and it's
Little
fucking
choppy.
ridiculous.
yeah, it's like super choppy. Yeah. Sorry.
Son of a bitch. Anyway.
It's all gone Pete Tong.
All right. Cut the shit, internet, please, dear fucking God. Thank you. Sorry, Mom.
It's
Fuck. You know what? Hold on one second. This is. Hold on. Fucking shit. This is going down in history, man. This
This
is
is
awesome.
going to the blooper reel, if there ever is a blooper reel.
One of the best fucking shows ever. All right, hold on.
I can't even like
Fucking
I
A.
can't even like have a casual chat with Jeremiah because you can't hear what I'm saying.
Explicit warning on the show.
It's the coffee, is what it was. You spilled that. You know what? Tim, you spilled that CBD oil coffee all over yourself and all over your
Better?
microphone, and it's you're just like your whole atmosphere is too chill right now. Like your microphone's just listening to like Bob Marley and like
Fucking A, man.
hanging out.
All right, Jeremiah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, can you hear me?
Jeremiah? No,
I can hear him.
awesome. I can hear you. Still can't hear Lee.
I can see his head shaking around, but that's about it.
Oh shit! I can't imagine what you're saying. Oh, wow.
That's all right. I'm not saying
Oh
good things.
God.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I'm telling you, Tim, it's the coffee, man.
Uh,
You doused your whole setup in hemp coffee.
well, Ken from New Hampshire says,
Yeah, I
So
can't like
sharp.
hear you at all. Can you hear me?
"All right, how about
Let's
this?
get on the phone.
All right.
Call me.
I'm going to fucking shut this down, and I will start it over if I have to. All right.
Okay.
This is ridiculous. I'm sorry, Jeremiah. This is going down in history as the most fucked up podcast ever. I hope it goes viral. I'm going to shut this off, and I'm going to
Well, he's gonna,
invite you guys. So I'll be back
he's gonna
shortly.
start.
All right, I got to
He's gonna
fix
start
this
over.
fucking computer.
He's gonna start over.
I'm going to start over. All right.
In the
Later,
meantime,
everybody.
I'm gonna do a musical number in the meantime, if you guys don't mind. No.
We'll be right back. All right. Awesome.